Nicola with Pura Vida, and today I want to talk to you about pain, partially because it's something that I'm seeing a lot of in my practice right now. And typically, when a lot of clients are coming through with a particular expression of symptoms in their body, it's a reflection of what's happening in the collective. And so I'm reaching out to you if you are dealing with pain right now, you've dealt with pain in the past, or you know of someone who's dealing with physical pain in the body. I want to talk about really approaching this holistically. And this was inspired by a card I just got from a new patient last week, and I want to read this to you. Nicola, your intuitive advice and offerings were spot on. I actually had my first pain free sleep in 2 months last night, which I'm sure is thanks to the B12 shot and the other medicines you prescribed. So that got me thinking about treating pain because when we do it effectively, one, we can have relief from symptoms really, really quickly, but two, we really need to treat it on each level of your being in order for any intervention to really be effective. And this gentleman came to see me. In part, he's exploring Western medical options and scans and steroids, some pretty heavy duty painkillers, and possibly surgery. And so those are all on the table. And that was part of our conversation is none of these options are bad or wrong. And do we really need to go down that? He had some hesitations about side effects from medications, potential side effects from surgery, recovery time, all of these things. So we had this really beautiful conversation, but the first thing that we started with was talking about symptoms, in this case, incredible nerve-based pain in the back, as being a divine message. And so so we explored that without going into too many details, got to some really beautiful realizations around why this might be surfacing for him right now. So that was amazing. We were having this conversation while he was lying on my biomat. A biomat is a mat I put on top of my massage table that has 25 pounds of amethyst crystals in there, along with infrared. So the crystals move positive ions to negative ions, so they relax our nervous system, reduce inflammation, calm pain in the body. And then there's infrared that penetrates about 6 inches into the body. So again, pain reduction, inflammation reduction, circulation, lymphatic movement, everything that you can imagine. So we turned on some binaural beats. We can talk about that again, but quickly, that's music that balances the hemispheres of the brain. Got him on the biomat, had a conversation around this, why this might be coming up in this way at this time, and all the other things that might have led up to this irritation in his nerves. Literally, he's having nerve pain. So we talked about that on a physical level. So things like B12, certainly B12 injections are the most effective way to get large doses of B12 absorbed and into the body quickly. I put a variety of other homeopathics, Trameal for pain and another one for nerve pain specifically. We did a nervine based formula of herbs for him that was very specific to what's going on in his body. High dose fish oil, high dose turmeric. Again, you've got to get those levels up high enough. Just taking one capsule once a day of either of those is not going to do the trick, especially when we're in the throes of pain. So we worked on all the levels of his being, and I am thinking of somebody else that I will be seeing as well who's been dealing with pretty severe nerve pain that's manifested as trembles and pretty intense anxiety, rushes of anxiety and heart palpitations in the morning, which then exacerbates the pain, which then exacerbates the anxiety. And we have a similar kind of approach where we're working on that mind body level. We're also pursuing lab work. We're also pursuing natural options that can help to minimize that, along with Western medical pharmaceutical options as well. So I want to just remind you that typically when we're hurting, we are really wanting to get away from the pain. We want to do whatever we can to make the pain stop and get away from it. But this is your invitation to get closer. And when there's severe pain on board, I understand that there is every inclination, every yelling in every cell that says, make it stop. And if we can calm the mind just long enough to just get curious, well, where is the pain? What does it feel like? What happens when I take a few breaths and simply just notice that, yes, there's intense nerve shooting, burning pain in my low back. It's more on the left side than the right side. Can I breathe with it? And really, honestly, within moments, you will most likely notice at least a slight reduction in your pain picture. You can also let your body know, hey, I really feel this pain, but it's making it so high that it's making it hard for me to be with. Body, would you mind dialing it back maybe 10% so I can be with the pain more directly? So there's all sorts of tools that we can use to be with our body with pain and then get to the underlying cause around why that might be there while supporting the physical body. And there's no need to pick just Western medicine or just natural medicine. With someone who knows what they're doing, we can beautifully and harmoniously blend the best of natural offerings and the best of modern pharmaceutical offerings and not worry about interactions there. So those are my offerings to you for today. If you're having pain, know that I'm with you in your heart. And if you want some assistance, please don't hesitate to reach out. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks for joining me today. Bye bye.